Making the playoffs again, and then your performance today. You had that big clearance off the line, and then just talk about the ceremony and the emotion and everything that went into the day. Just now that you've had a little time to just think about everything, just give us your overall thoughts.
Okay, good questions. Honestly, it's been so overwhelming in the most positive way. All of the love and the support has been I'm honestly speechless because you don't realize how much you've impacted all of these people and over the years that I've played, and so it's so rewarding to see all the positive feedback and just the love that I've received just from me playing the sport that I love and the human being that I've tried to be all of these years, and so that's so rewarding. And then the performance tonight, I'm so happy and proud of us. It's never been about just me, it's always about the team, because I always want to be a part of something bigger than myself, and that's why I play a team sport. And so I'm so happy to be back in the playoffs, because last year we missed it. And so, unfortunately we didn't get the win, but now we are so ready and focused on North Carolina, and to get to the next round is something to be really proud of. So I'm very happy about that. My individual performance, I just wanted to give everything that I had because I wasn't sure if it was going to be my last. And so I might as well just go out there and kick some butt and hopefully encourage my team to do the same. And I think that's what happened. And so anytime you make a play or you defend well or anybody makes a positive play in the game, that kind of encourages everyone else and motivates everyone else to do the same. And that's exactly what I wanted to do. And just to lead the team to success. And this year has been so much better than the years before. And so I'm really proud of the group, and I'm happy to move on to the next round.
All right, Jennifer.
Yeah, just wanted to know about that moment when you were all kind of huddled around the phone, like waiting for that final decision of, are we going to make it into the playoffs? What was going through your mind, and what was that relief like when you knew you made it?
Yeah, honestly, playing this sport is like nothing else really matters unless you win and you move on. That's all I was cared about at the time, and I was so excited when I was just so nervous. There was 1 minute and 30 seconds left. And it came down to goal differential, I guess. So it's just, this is such a funny game, and any team can win on any day. And so at the beginning of the season, like I've said before, every game matters. So you have to get points, or try to at least, every single moment that you can. And so it's really, really important that you focus on that throughout the entire year. And so whenever you tie or lose, you get so upset because at the end of the year it's really going to matter. And so it came down to that tonight. Fortunately, we had enough points to move on, and I'm so thrilled for the group. And yeah, that once I knew that, then I could be happy to celebrate and think of myself for just a couple seconds.
And what do you think about this decision day in general of having all the games at the same time? It's never been done before in the league.
Yeah, I need to talk to the NWSL about that, because that was really something. And now most of my friends can't come to the celebration party, so I was thinking more of myself about that. I wanted all my friends to be there, but they're all playing. So thanks, NWSL. Really ruined it. No, all jokes aside, it keeps it exciting, right? It keeps it really exciting, and then teams don't have to think of other games, and you can't you start to play different maybe. So everyone's in it, everyone's motivated to want to win, and that's exactly what you need to keep alive in this league.
Thank you so much.
All right, Sean and then Nubia.
If you have 20 seats available, I think we can help you with that today.
Yeah.
Let us know. I'm wondering how much you're cramping. You've been smiling for an hour. You haven't stopped yet. And
yeah,
something we've discussed before. I've been to so many things with you where the fans are crying. So I'm watching you in front of the fans. You almost lost it a few times. You held it though.
Yeah.
How was it to be on the other side of that? I mean, all tears of appreciation, of course.
Yeah, it's really, I've cried a lot these past couple months for various things happening, and it's been really hard to come to the end and really soak it all in. And I'm so focused on the team and winning that it's I try to take moments away to really think about my career and think about what I put into it, because whatever you put into it is what you get out of it. And so me getting all of these lifelong friendships out of it is what I most proud of. And I look at all my friends and family here and all my teammates who have carried me along the way, and it's just such a special moment because I wouldn't be here without any of them. And truly, because you think of the deepest, darkest moments of my career, and they helped me get out of that. and then you think of the highest, most exciting and happy moments of my career, and they're always standing there too. So I really cherish and nurture those relationships, and over the years it's just been so inspiring to me to continue to play the sport that I love and have their support and unconditional love, because it wouldn't have kept me going this long. And mentally, I wouldn't have been in it, and physically, emotionally, so it's really incredible to see all of the love and support physically here. And then the fans, I mean, this is like a dream come true to have everyone just write such nice things about me that I don't necessarily hear that often, and how much impact I've had. And so, yeah, I held it together, but I do, you know, it comes in waves, I guess, especially feelings in general. So, but I wanted to, yeah, just stay strong and you know, express my love and care for everyone that has shown me that over the years.
Nubia?
Talking about the game, can you take us through doing that goal line save very early in the first half?
Yeah, so I saw that Mandy, you know, just had maybe not have made the right decision, but that happens in games, and so we support each other, and whenever we make mistakes, the other person's there to have each other's back. And so I just immediately thought, shoot, I gotta get my butt back there and like help her out, because things happen and you can't control it sometimes, and you just have to continue on to the next play. And so you try as a defender to get into the best possible position to prevent the goal. And good thing that I think Kristen like took a extra touch and tried to cut it back. So I mean, Mandy made that initial save, and then it was kind of bobbling around, so it gave me time to get into a better position. And I wasn't sure if she was going to go low or high, so I just, you know, stuck my foot out and hope for the best. And you know, I think I got a bit lucky on that. But good thing I was there and kind of tried to cut the angle off as much as possible to make it difficult. And fortunately, yeah, I saved it for us.
Thank you.
All right, Anthony and then Michaela.
After the own goal, was there anything that you said to your defense, to the team, or was there anything you said in the locker room after the fact just to get them back into it?
Yeah, I mean, when you make mistakes, you can't just dwell on them. You have to like forget it, and you got to move on, because you know soccer continues, and you have to be in the game. You got to continue on to the next play. There's no sense in being upset about it, because you have to like get back into the game immediately. You have no time to be upset. And so I just told her, listen, you gotta forget about it, on to the next play, like shit happens, and honestly, like this is what the game's about. And so how you react to that, like I said before, is what's most important. And she's young, and I tried to just encourage her and, you know, give her the most motivation I can, because you have to get the best out of your players and your teammates, and that's what you have to do in those moments. Of course, she's going to be really upset, because you never want to score on goal. It's not what you think of in a game, but that's why players love to play the ball that hard across the frame of the goal, because when we're defending and you're not in a position facing out, like when you're facing your own goal, that's why it happens. So everyone says play the ball hard across, and sometimes the defender nicks it in the goal themselves. So it just happened that way. It was a good ball across, and unfortunately, you know, it went in. But I just said, listen, we have plenty of time, and the goals are going to come. We have the momentum, so let's just give it that shift and get back into it. There's nothing we can do about it. So we have to refocus and get back out there and play our game.
All right, Michaela, and then we'll go online to Annie Pearson.
So obviously, like, you've played in the league for a long time, and you've kind of seen the growth, and so this is like the tightest the table's been on obviously like Jenna said, all the games are being played on like the last day. So I guess just like, what does seeing that growth mean to you, and like how do you feel about kind of the way the league is as you move on?
Yeah, it's been a positive and healthy, growth forward, and that we have the momentum now to move into a phase where we're really getting what we deserve, and we're setting the standards a lot higher in each club, and organization is really trying to see what the others are doing and how to really create a space for players to feel safe, seen, heard, and then also rewarded with all the work that we put in, and just generally what we deserve at this level to be a professional player. You see it now at Kansas City, and that is encouraging other clubs to do the same. And you see the amount of money that LA is, willing to spend and put into their players and their organization, and that's just, funnels through everyone else. And so it's really in a good space. We're continuing to use our voice. We're continuing to use our platform. We have power in numbers, and so it's going in the right direction. We just need, continuous, continuum of the players really stepping up and really bringing these issues to the surface and not being afraid to talk about them and not being afraid to communicate to the organization and the higher ups to say, hey, like, we really need to get this done, and this is what we deserve, and this is the money that we should be earning, and so on and so forth. So as long as we keep speaking up about it and bringing it to the table, even though the worst thing that the clubs can say is no, at least we're continuing to try to raise the standards, and that's what we're doing year after year, and that's why you see the new teams coming in, that's why you see new growth and interest. And I feel like now, if you're not a part of a women's team in women's sports, you're definitely going to be missing out in the future.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll go to Ann Peterson online from the Associated Press. Annie?
Hi, Ali, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Congratulations on not being able to retire.
Yeah, you're welcome. So.
It's been so many cool moments the past couple of days. The Times Square thing. Sue Bird was wearing your T-shirt at the NBA game today. Your teammates threw you up in the air.
I was like, don't drop me. Oh, dear.
Was there a moment or a text or something that happened to you over the past week that really touched you?
Yes, Abby Wambach had texted me, and I mean, amongst like so many other people, but she's someone that I looked up to over the years, and then that was really meaningful because of the times that I'm actually going through, both personally and professionally, and so that was really heartwarming, and that was really supportive and motivating for me, and I was really grateful for her because I've always looked up to her over the years, playing with her, in a couple World Cups and Olympics, and so she's really meant a lot to me, and so that was really special to hear from her. And obviously my best friends, and seeing all of the videos and people just sending me just words of encouragement. This has been really incredible, and ultimately my best friends like Liz Mumley, who I've known since I was 7. She's been my rock through this time and through the years, and then you have Bino and Sid and Heo, and just my teammates, Crystal from the national team, who I'm obviously lifelong friends with, who have reached out, and it's been unreal just to really feel their presence here, no matter if they're physically here or not. And so I think that's been really special to me because our friendship is really true and honest and raw, and I'm grateful for that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, Melanie, I see that you're also online, so I'll give you a chance to ask a question if you have one.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Hi, Melanie Anzide with The Athletic. One question. So I know everyone's talking about, your final game, but you have one more to look forward to. So of course, in business mode, thinking ahead to that game, what does the team or what do you want to work on, thinking now, in playoff, wanting to push for that next game?
Yeah, I think the small details is what really, is going to separate us from the rest of the, the rest of the teams in the playoff contention. So I really think that was an example tonight. We can't let the little things happen like that. When we are in full control of the game, 2-0, it's really, 2-0 is actually the most difficult lead to continue with in a game and to keep. But I feel the need to really focus on those little details, and we can't lose focus on a throw-in, because that's what happened. That's what led to the goal, is actually a set piece from a throw-in. And so we need to really hone in on that, and I think we've kind of struggled with that all season. So it's just not turning ourselves off during the game and staying focused in every single moment. That's really going to separate us from everyone else, and that's what we need to tidy up this week, and that's what we need to focus on, because it's there. We're the best team in the league, 100%. I believe that, and I think that if we have that mentality and we believe and trust in each other, and we just fix those little moments that we lose focus, then we're going to be good to go.
Awesome. Courtney, and then Joe, and then Natsa. Courtney.
Hi, Courtney Smith here.
Hi.
So compared to last season, Gotham now has 18 more points than they did all of last season.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say has been, kind of looking more broad brush over the season? What's been the biggest change from last season to this one?
Leadership, 100%. Coaching staff, and then you fill in a few holes with players, the right ones, and you create a winning team, winning culture. But it starts with the leadership, and that's in every club. You really have to bring in somebody who can get everyone to buy into the principles and the mentality and what's expected. And as long as each and every one of us know our expectations and our roles and responsibilities, I think that you create a winning culture. And so that's what Juan has done with his team of coaches, and I think that it's been such a healthy experience in a safe environment and a really like a winning environment that he's created that's super competitive, and that's just not what we've had in the past. It's not better or worse, it's just different. And now you see the difference in that mentality and in that knowledge, and just having that leadership instilled into this group has been really beneficial, and that's why I feel like we're in the position that we're in.
Thank you. Thanks. And then Joe, we'll finish up with you.
Yeah, looking back to in your history, could you tell us one or two best memory of your professional career?
Yes, I think winning the treble in Germany, my first season professionally in 23. I think that was an unreal experience because I didn't really know what to expect. Everything was so unpredictable. I wasn't sure what I was stepping into. I just was like brought 2 bags to Germany. I was like, hey, I'm just here to play. I didn't really know what was going to happen. And so when I got into it and I showed up to training, there's like 7 German national team players on my team, and I was like, what is going on, and where did I land, and am I good enough to be here? And so that was I just immersed myself in the culture and the people, the place, and the food, and I just had such an incredible experience there. I'll never forget it. But that's what helped me, set me up for success here. And I think that if I never went there, I don't know if I would be sitting here today. And so that was the risk that I took that I was speaking about on the field, and that's really what catapulted my career into the national team and all the things. So I really gained a lot of experience and perspective on just life in general there that I have been so rewarded over the years, and to put myself in this position, that's one of the reasons why. And then secondly, I always say lifelong friendships, but I do want to point out fighting for equal pay. I think that is something that I will always be proud of, because my name will always be attached to that, and I will always be fighting for women and what we deserve in the workplace across all industries. And I've said it multiple times, but it's so true. We will never stop the fight, and the work will never be done, as we all know. So it is just exciting that we are at this point where I can say, we're getting there. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. But we kind of started that push, and that's something that I'm really proud of.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you all for
Thank you.
joining us.
Thanks for the